You know, there's a saying, it says, the truth gets you high, but the truth is really scary. And the truth about many of these women out here is that, especially on semen retention, and welcome to another Semen Retention Sunday episode here on the Regal Change account, it's that women will do a lot of sneaky things to try to get your attention. And you have to recognize that your energy is essentially like the sun, especially when you're not a depleted coomer. When you're not a depleted coomer and you're not worshiping the pink palace, you best believe that your energy is going to be shining so bright like the sun. And no matter what type of woman, like even the avoidant woman is not going to avoid you on semen retention. But they might try to play some deception games, and they might try to do this, and they might try to do that. And what your real strength here is going to be is the ability to discern exactly what she wants from you. When you know what she wants from you, then you can start to maneuver in a very particular way that increases the probability of you seeing through whatever facade she's trying to play off here, and you can actually just see what she's up to and maneuver accordingly. Because otherwise, you're going to be playing a game that, brother, you do not want to be playing. You do not want to be playing this game. It's not a fun game, and nobody wins, and everybody just gets unnecessary suffering. Nobody actually gets anything from it. And it's not even about getting anything, right? It's about learning how to give properly. It's about learning how to be with another person and orient yourself from a place of love and peace and timelessness properly. But the issue is that a lot of women aren't even capable of seeing the virtue of relationships nowadays. And men have been trained that men have been trained not to respect themselves, and men have been trained not to expect this kind of reverence for who they are from, well, really anybody, but especially women. And on semen retention, this is going to become more apparent to you. And the key that you're going to have to face and learn how to utilize is, how can you accept what's coming into your life without trying to grasp it and without trying to push it away? You know, this is a meditation that you can practice. This is a meditation that you can do. So you can discover your true essence. When you retain your essence, is a state of constant flow. Can you bring in the cosmic energy without trying to attach yourself to the high of the truth? Because truth will get you high, right? I mean, otherwise psychedelics wouldn't do anything. And I'm not necessarily advocating for that kind of behavior, but what I am saying is that psychedelics, for example, like women are kind of like psychedelics around the right types of women. The right types of women are kind of like psychedelics for the man. And the reason being is because the woman activates certain emotions in the man that maybe he knows about, but he wouldn't have been completely aware of otherwise. And men are like psychedelics to women, depending on if it's the right type of man, right? I've had women tell me when I'm just, sitting there, that they just feel like I have so much energy. They feel like I have so much energy, and they freak out, man. They don't know what to do with themselves, because it's like I'm a chaotic, I'm like a calm tornado. Honk, honk. Yeah, that's right. I'm like a calm tornado where I can do whatever I want, however I want, whenever I want. And she knows this, and it makes her excited. Like that godly bad boy energy gets her excited, but she also gets kind of nervous because she doesn't have control over it. So women will sneakily shoot their shot in a very particular way when they're around you. And they're always going to be really sneaky about things when, especially if they are already in a relationship. And you've got to determine, because I've had women lie to me, many women lie to me that they're single, and then it turns out that they're not. Or where I've had women where they basically cannot see a relationship as anything but a transaction. And this is part of the product, I mean, this is a byproduct of the kind of culture that we live in, right? The kind of culture that we live in advocates for people to treat each other as a dollar sign, basically. And to a degree, I completely get it. I totally understand, because I definitely see what that is, right? Like I see that obviously we live in a fiat currency system where there's ever increasing inflation. The job, what's his name? Jerome Powell from the Federal Reserve. He came out just a week or so ago, 2 weeks ago, and he said that there were 0 net job growth in the first quarter of 2026. 0 net job growth. 0 net job. Like, do you know how crazy that is? Oh my gosh. Like, that's pretty nuts. I mean, that just goes to show that AI is here whether you like it or not. And you better figure out a way to start earning money, right? So I totally get the transaction thing on that end. I totally get it. Totally understand. However, women oftentimes don't see anyone outside of themselves. And they don't know how to actually nurture apart from the facade of nurturing. Most women who are integrated in their animus and have their animus integrated, rather, they know what it's like to nurture. But most women nowadays do not do this. And most men, I mean, because they haven't integrated their anima, they don't know how to actually lead a relationship. And it's when you because relationships are a difficult thing, right? And women will shoot their shot at you in a very particular way to try to get your attention while also trying not to get your attention. They don't shoot their shot by going up to you and saying, hey, you know what? I saw if you're wearing great sweatpants, like, hey, I saw what's there and I like it. Let's go over to my place tonight. They're not going to say something like that. Okay, they're not going to say something like that. But what they will do is, let's say you're at the gym, right? You're at the gym and she kind of just subtly follows you everywhere, and she kind of like looks lost. She looks lost while flipping her hair around, or she's like subtly bending over while flipping her hair, or like combing her hair back, or she's preening, right? She's picking up her pants to make her butt look good and all that. Maybe fixing her bra or whatever, her sports bra, or making sure her shirt is, she's making herself look good for what she wants. She thinks that you want, right? She wants to lure you in, because women are a receiver, men are the givers. Now, it's not to say that the woman, when she receives, she doesn't do anything with that reception. Is that receiving? She doesn't do anything with that receiving. She multiplies what you have, or she just takes from you. A woman is either a multiplier or she's like a black hole. It is that black and white. A lot of people say, oh, that's black and white. Well, it kind of is that black and white. It's the yin and the yang. It's really that simple. And I think that this is where we as men who are on semen retention have to recognize that if this kind of situation presents itself to you, sexual expression is not evil. Okay, it's not evil. And you're not going to lose your holiness of semen retention just because you find a woman attractive. And just because she's shooting your shot at you. Let me repeat that. You are not going to lose your holiness on semen retention just because a woman shoots her shot at you or you find her attractive when she does shoot her shot at you. Life doesn't need to be so complicated and complex, and it's okay for us as men to find women beautiful or attractive. Again, it's about accepting the timeline of what's going on, but not clinging to the timeline, because your main timeline is going into timelessness. And when you go into timelessness, what's really going on is you're going closer to God, the soul of existence. And the more you grow closer to the soul of existence, and the more you just let the soul of existence flow through you. I did a video earlier titled "The World Happens Around You, God Happens Through You." I mean this, technically, spiritually, symbolically, etc. This world that we live in, it's a phenomenon. Okay, it's a phenomenon, and it's not to say that it's not beautiful, but it's just a happening around you. It's a fragrance in the air. Don't take it so seriously, and especially with women who are trying to sneakily shoot their shot, and if they have a boyfriend doing so, you got to be careful, man. You got to be careful. And this is where, again, don't be an enemy to your lust, and your lust is not a problem. It's that your relationship to the lust or your relationship to the women are the issue. Your relationship from your unconscious mind is going to be reflectant. Is that even a word? I'm like making up words as I go along today, I guess. I'm just in a very creative flow. And also with the sunbathing. Oh, it's so warm. It was raining and snowing off and on for the past few days. A couple days, few days. And, so there's like snow-capped mountains over there. And now here in the valley, it's beautiful. I mean, everything's super green right now, right? Like everything is luscious. It's luscious green. So, life will take care of itself. And these are your women in your area. So take care of them and serve them the best way that you know how, but don't, and when I say serve, I don't mean simp. Okay, when I say serve, I mean serve the light in them. Serve the divine light. Like, how can you serve their divine spark and help them grow closer to that without losing yourself? And we as men, I genuinely think, yes, women are going to be, women need to be held accountable for a lot of what they're going through and what they've done to men, etc., for sure. the bird or the squirrel or whatever that was agrees. Absolutely. However, we as men, if women aren't going to change, what's the point of us being like, well, we're not going to change either? It's like, okay, well, now you both are choosing a timeline in which nothing is actually created or solved. Well, what the fuck are you doing, man? Like, why would you choose that? So when there's the option to create or to fix something, create it. If you can't fix it, create it, especially if you have the option. Now, this doesn't mean that there's not going to be things to fix along the line. For sure, there's going to be things to fix. But we don't need to be so attached to trying to fix things. We can just create something new. Create something new. And see what happens. I mean, what else are we going to do? Are we really going to be this bitter towards women? I mean, nothing like that is going to help or solve anything. There's no creative faculties that are going to be proselytized by being bitter. Now, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't feel it or that you can't feel it. It's just that if you feel it, don't be attached to it. And be mindful of when these women are sneakily acting on you, because woof, man, dude, like, this is why it's best to just love everybody and tell the truth. Now, you have to know how to do that, but this is why it's super good to do that, because when you tell the truth, you just allow whatever needs to be revealed. And this is why I say at the beginning that there's a saying that the truth will get you high, but it can be kind of dangerous. You know, it can be kind of scary. So with all that being said, I hope that this message was useful and insightful for you. If you're interested in doing a whole transformation and you want to tune into my frequency for the Godlike Mastery offer that I have, check out the application in the description box and the comments and below, or sign into the Regal Academy. We are still in the process of doing the Regal Retention Study number 1. We're about a week and a half or so into this retention study, so we're almost halfway into it. And I'll be sure to keep everybody in touch with what's going on as we go further into it, and see the results at the very end once I compile all the data. And we're doing a lot of that work will be done primarily through the Regal Academy, but we also have many volunteers that have signed up. So I appreciate all the volunteers that are still continuing to do this and continue with the process. And I hope everybody stays blessed. Peace be with you. Until next time.